thank you for tuning in to another episode of Doing Better with Bree. It's your girl Bree, and baby, we have some things to talk about. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As you can see, I am a new creator on this platform. Don't forget to follow me on all of my other platforms and hit the notification so you can know when I am posting next, because at this point, honey, it is sporadic. We are full blown into the holiday season. And without further ado, let's get into today's topic of discussion. What's going on with Ayesha? What's going on in that household, girl? So Ayesha Curry has been trending all over my TikTok timeline because she has sat down with a few podcasts and they are pretty much summing it up to her saying that she was unhappy in her marriage. I'm going to insert some clips and then we're going to talk about it.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life.
Did you talk to Steph about it?
He tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true, so why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something and then it kind of just disappeared and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool,
Ayesha Curry just does not feel fulfilled in her marriage. She is one of those women that I'm sure were preached to about the importance of family, faith, home, and relationships. And she did exactly what a lot of women want and are fighting so hard to have: a wealthy husband, a soft lifestyle, have kids, and be able to be popular. Seeing a lot of women would love to have what Ayesha has. And some of them feel as though she's ungrateful. And some of the men have said they feel as though she's ungrateful as well. They work hard to provide these lifestyles and we should be happy as women. But yet for some reason, some women are just not happy. And it makes you wonder, what is really going on over there, Ayesha? Does he have something on you? Because for me, I feel as though if you are not happy or you want to do something different, you will do something different. You won't just talk about it, you'll be about it, you'll do it. Now, Ayesha has been giving off for the last few years that she does not feel seen in her relationship. I can't say loved, but I can definitely say seen based off the things that she has said. Do you guys remember when she said that her husband gets all of this attention and yet she feels invisible, she gets none? And she almost feels crazy for even saying that out loud. And although her feelings are valid and we will never invalidate her feelings, girl, if that is how you truly feel, it's time to go. Divorce him. Get your cut and leave. Why won't you leave, Ayesha? What are we waiting for? Is something going on? And why is he staying? And I know people are going to say that some people choose to stay in their marriages because they want to make it work for themselves, the children, they are committed to that person, they spent years with that person, and there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with choosing to stay within your marriage. My problem is, why take to the social platforms to let all of us people, us regular people, know that even though you have everything, you are still not happy? And if that is the case, you also have the option that so many other people do to just leave, right? And you're more than likely guaranteed to leave with some coin. So what is making you stay in a relationship where you feel as though you have to let people know that you're not happy at the end of the day? Is anyone in your circle telling you it's okay to leave? Or is there some type of weird stuff going on here where you guys have some open relationship and you're forced to stay because he has some scary blackmail or something on you? I don't know. Maybe it could all be a conspiracy, but I honestly do wonder, and so do so many other people, why does she choose to stay if she gives off that she's not happy? And why is he continuing to deal with her? And then we could all come to, they have a good line of communication, I guess. We could just say that anything she's discussing with the public, she has already felt comfortable enough to discuss with her husband. We could look at it from that angle. And so he already knows what she's going to say before she gets on these platforms and say it, because they've had these conversations, because she has a relationship with her man where she can be open about her feelings. And maybe he doesn't invalidate her feelings and respects her feelings. And maybe he tries to do more to make her feel more happier and seen and loved in her relationship, because that is what a good man is supposed to do. So what if he is doing that? And I hope that is the case. I would hope that if she doesn't feel like that, she's able to talk to her husband about it, and that he actually works towards being a better man for her, and that the relationship can stay together so that the children can benefit off of what a two-parent household looks like, with a family that stays together and is wealthy together. That would be ideal, right? But I still feel like there's something else going on here. She gives off that she wanted to be a businesswoman. She wanted to have the riches for herself, her own name, her own brand. And even though she is still that, and I don't think that she realizes that the impact that she has is big and can be bigger if she chooses to do that. She is her own walking brand because she is connected to this man, yes, but that can benefit her if she uses it right. It seems like she wants a little bit more spotlight on her, but she just isn't getting that. I'm not sure, but I hope that whatever it is, Ayesha is able to come to a place in her life where she feels more fulfilled. Because for her to say she never really wanted kids or the marriage, it really makes us wonder, what kind of agenda are they pushing on to women and our young girls, to where so many women, and not just Ayesha, have come forward and expressed their hatred and discomfort for the traditional everyday marriage. I'll tell you what's going on. Too much content is out here showing the negative sides of marriage. We are having very few couples who are willing to put the relationship on the line to show what a good, healthy, happy relationship looks like, and it's authentic. Pretty much everyone believes that everything is fake these days and no one is genuinely happy in their relationship. So it makes it really hard for people to want to be in a committed relationship. They would rather have relations and situations, but nothing as serious as having children or getting married. That the ultimate goal these days is to see if you can get rich, to hustle and work, and wanting to be part of that culture before wanting to be part of the family dynamic culture, because it's too risky. Gone are the days where women really just strive to be wives. And now we have women that are striving to be bosses, and they want to be single mothers by choice. They don't even care to have a husband anymore because stuff like this. You have these women who have such high profiles in society choosing to let us know that this ain't it either, boo. So maybe try the other side. And then we constantly see propaganda media or just terrible relationships pushed upon us that show how unfaithful they are and that there is no loyalty. We see how everything is playing out with Cardi B and her new baby, and she's legally married, and how Offset did her. And that's just like, dang, that's what we have to look forward to. We see all these people breaking up, having children, nobody's staying together. And the ones that are staying together, they're not loud enough. And then when they're too loud, people say, you know what? They too loud. Let's go figure out if there's some cracks and flaws in their relationship and go ahead and start picking at them until they break up. Or they start trying to, shine light onto the few negative things in your relationship and forgetting that relationships are 80-20. 80% of what you want, 20% it's not going to be that great. And you got to take the good with the bad as long as you are feeling that you are secure and happy and you don't have moments where you feel like, yeah, I got to go. I can't be here. This man isn't making me feel validated or seen. As long as you aren't having those kind of feelings, then you should be okay. And there is no abuse within the relationship. You should be okay. And the problem is women aren't willing to figure out if they're going to be okay. They want to live exceptional lives. And living an exceptional life these days is having the least amount of things attached to you. No children, no husband, living free. Your money is yours to do what you want with it. I like to go off of reality and statistics, not just illusions and theories. And so statistically, the divorce rate is still high. Why we have so many people moving on and moving on and moving on. And then you get women like Ayesha who feel trapped, who feel like they were sold a lie. And you have to wonder, is that genuinely the truth? Or is there something weird going on behind closed doors that, maybe he has some type of dirt on her or some type of blackmail? Because why would you stay? And you are more than likely to get a bag or get paid at the end of the day. So it's okay if you decide to leave, right? You should be able to pack your stuff and leave and have the least amount of consequences or problems as possible, right? You're Ayesha Curry. You'll be able to have nannies and people to support you and friends there, and the public eye will be there to say, you go, girl. So what is it that is keeping her in a relationship where she's just genuinely does not seem to be happy? Like, she just doesn't seem to be happy at all whatsoever. So prayers to Ayesha that she is able to continue her marriage and maybe find some purpose within it. But what can we do and learn from this situation so that we can do better as women of this century? 3 things that I know that Ayesha has spoken on, and we're going to attack those 3 things and therefore come up with a divisive plan and a plan of action, basically, right? So she said at one point that she didn't feel seen as far as attractive in her relationship because her spouse was the one getting all the notoriety. All these women were throwing themselves at him because he was a well-to-do rich man, but she wasn't getting that. So what can a woman do to make herself feel more beautiful and secure? I'll tell you what you can do. You can put that shit on for you. I don't know if you've ever seen on TikTok these older women that outdress and outstyle, and they've been doing this for 50 years and they never gave up on fashion, and they curated these amazing closets and they have all these pieces and they still put it on and they still go out here and they get their compliments and they're feeling beautiful and they are in love with the way they look, with their swag, and they are graceful and happy to be women that are their age and so forth, right? That is what she's going to have to do, right? Put more emphasis into her and feeling beautiful for her and curating these amazing outfits that are going to make her feel glamorous, that where she's going to give herself 100 compliments. So first things first, what we can do better is to never give up on your look. Always curate a beautiful style and look for yourself that makes you feel the most beautiful. Yes, Ayesha Curry is clean and natural and aesthetic, but I don't really think that she has a full-blown style. Like, you know how some people have a style, a swagger. You can expect to see Beyonce in bodysuits and boots. What does Ayesha wear? It's very corporate. It's very bland, very vanilla, at least in my opinion. When it comes to you, put that shit on, sis. Dress the way that makes you feel successful and beautiful at the end of the day. Every time, no excuses. You're never even going to be worried about if you're getting compliments, because you're going to be receiving so many, because your energy is just radiating, and I'm loving my outfit, I'm loving the way I look, and people can sense and feel that energy off me. And so everything that you want will attract to you. Getting married and having kids. She said that she wanted to be like a businesswoman and handle things for herself and just see what that life was like for her and just pursue her dreams. So, number 2, go get you a bag. Figure out what makes you happy. Figure out what in this world you can do that doesn't make you miserable, that you know that you can monetize and get some money from. Figure that out early. Hey, I'm on that journey too. And I'm just like, hey, let's give content a try. So, figure out what you know that you can do that's going to give you that push, that drive to keep going and keep certain people about your circle, about your way, and out your business. And once you have that on top of the way that you dress for success, I feel like you will be in a little bit of a better place. And then when you are ready to get married, you make the decision on when you are ready to get married, because you're so busy, you having so much motion, you're going to have to pencil in a good time for you to get married because you was a boss. If you're going to be a boss baddie, do it before you have kids. Go ahead and fulfill that, because there's no rush on being a wife. There's no rush on having these kids. There's no rush. There's no reward. And it will take and consume your time and drain your energy. The mothers know. As a mother, I'm telling you, girl, if you can wait, go get that money first. Go get it. Number 3, revisit the terms and conditions of your marriage after so many years. I recommend every 5 years, have a conversation with your spouse and say, look, it's that time and we need to sit down and have this conversation and figure out if this is actually productive for both of us. Are you happy? Do you feel fulfilled mentally, physically, and spiritually, and sexually in this marriage? And that is a good time for your spouse to let you know, yes or no. And then you can come up with a game plan together to either build up the relationship for continued success or to do better, to be more successful, or you can make the decision to go ahead and part ways at that time and get the papers drafted up and be amicable about it, because it's a conversation. It's nothing being done behind your back, nothing sneaky, because a lot of women want to get married. So what are you going to do once you actually do get married and you don't feel fulfilled in your relationship, but yet you don't know if you want to leave? Well, you might find out that after just 5 years, your spouse is genuinely miserable or not happy or wishes that they had took a different route in life. And that is a good time to go ahead and let them go before they take any more of your youth and deter you from what you have to do. Because the longer you just force yourself to stay somewhere where you're not happy, the longer the resentment builds up, the longer that festering hole inside of you builds up, the longer that you just genuinely just find reasons to be unhappy in this world, and you blame it all on this relationship, this person. And you have to be a person that puts themselves first out here. You cannot put other people first. You cannot put your spouse first. I don't know why people say, well, I put them above me. No, you are never supposed to put any person, any man that was created in the same image as you before yourself. You always put yourself first with them in mind. Yourself first with them in mind. If you are losing in a situation, then there is no point in you being in that situation, even if the other person is happy. If the other person is happy and you're completely miserable, then guess what? There's no point in being in that situation, and it's time for you to make your exit. You will start to resent them. You will start to be very mean, very cold, and you will become not that great of a person to be around when you do feel like you don't have a fulfilled love life. And the truth is, not everyone gets a fulfilled love life because they choose to stay in situations that do not suit them, but appear to look good to the outside public, as well as they are financially benefiting in this situation. So those are 2 reasons why people are more likely going to stay with certain people and will never actually genuinely take the time to look and receive and strive for genuine, real love. But I feel like if you do these 3 things, then you will set yourself up to be just a little bit more successful when it comes to dating and relationships. Putting yourself first. waiting to have children and just rushing into a marriage. Taking the time to build something for you that you can be proud of, that you can hang your hat on, that you did before motherhood, or something you can bring with you into motherhood to then share with your children. When you take time to genuinely get to know somebody, to make the best decisions for you, to put your feelings first and not just what society wants or what other people want first, then you will have a little bit of a better outcome out here. You won't walk around with such a hole in your heart, missing and yearning and wanting for something that may not ever come if you don't make certain changes in your life. And that is the truth. And a lot of people don't want to accept the truth. They just want to believe that this magical person is going to fall out of the air, these magical opportunities, and that everyone is entitled to having some amazing person to love them. And no, it's actually a calculated move every step up to the moment where you find the person that you feel like is the best option for you. But if you like the video that I put in the beginning of this, don't forget that I'm on my coffee and caffeine tour. If you're in Atlanta, let me know about some cool places that I should visit. If you're interested in going to that place, let them know Bree sent you. And thank you guys so much again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, baby. I need me some subscribers. Comment down below. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Follow me on all my social media platforms. And let's keep the conversation going. And like I always say, do 1% better a day, get your bag, and stay out the way. Until next time, you guys, peace.